Hey guys, I'm going to do the intro right now. Brian needs your support. Help him get 4 million subs, help him on his streams, and help him get a new PC, because this is what I've been looking at the end of the video, and yeah.
I need a new computer.
Creator Clash has been delayed. Creator Clash 3 will now take place in October. And then why was it moved? Larger market, but I think what's more important is it's home to a lot of creators, aka they had people drop out of it because of the drama, right? And then now they're looking to replace those people, and they can't with their current location because the creators are like, I'm not flying all the way over there, just a box. And so then they're like, will you do it in LA? And it's like, okay. And it's helped keep the event and production costs down. You don't hear that very often about LA.
That's crazy, yeah.
How bad was it before to save money in LA? Creator Clash has officially responded in a video. Event is rescheduled 25th. All tickets will be automatically refunded. Ian and Anissa are no longer involved. Ego Raptor, Alana, and Ethan are now the face of the event. Yeah, pretty non-drama people. I think replacing the face of the event with very drama people to non-drama people is actually very positive. All right, so this is where things get a little juicy, right? The new owners of Creator Clash have revealed that Ian and Anissa were originally set to receive 34% of profits from the charity event. So each fighter receives a guaranteed purse to help cover training and preparation expenses. There you go. So they're kind of getting paid. You know, maybe they're like, hey, thanks for the purse. I'm not going to train or prepare. I'll see you there.
Yeah. Which, by the way, some of the fights looked, I'm guessing that's what a good chunk of them did.
In addition, 20% of net profits from the event will be evenly split among all fighters. So there again.
Another payment. Okay.
Yeah, another payment. A further 34% profit share originally allocated to Ian and Anissa is also being redistributed among the fighters following their departure. Right. I hear you're doing a charity stream this weekend. 34% of the profit of the charity stream is going to you, Brian.
I had one guy, we raised $30,000 for St. Jude, and there yesterday or day before, and then the guy started accusing us of like saying it's a fake charity and we're
St. Jude is a fake charity.
And
that's
I'm like,
tough one.
yeah, St. Jude, yeah, it's an offshore fake charity account in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, so I couldn't imagine any sort of a charity thing being done by you, Brian, where you would get 34% of it in any way, shape, or form or aspect.
No,
that sounds bonkers.
I don't think a content creator should have any hands involved in a charity. I don't mind if another charity partners with a content creator. My relationship with Movember, perfect example. They set up the charity, they do all the tax stuff, so they're tax exempt as a registered charity, which it's a very important thing. And all the money never comes anywhere near me. It goes to them.
This guy did the math. All right, let's go. We got a nerd, boys.
This is like with the chess people when you fuck them over. There's always going to be one nerd that just makes you go, oh, don't mess with them.
So this guy, Wade Plem, does his own version of math with the Creator Clash 1 profit sharing, includes that Anissa and Ian were paid close to $1 million or $500,000 in profit. This is just based off of, I guess, public figures of Creator Clash 1 and then applying the same kind of percentage to it.
Let's just say that 1.3 is what went to charity. Because it said it was raised for charity, right? If 1.3 million was raised for charity, if that's the number we're saying went to charity, and fighters got 20%, and then Ian and Anissa got 34%, that would mean that the 1.3 million is 46% of something. So almost half. Again, if I'm reading this right, because I think we all know now that all of the profits didn't go to charity because there's baked in percentages, right? Am I meant to believe that they actually made $2.8 million on the event? This is what they said went to charity. So this is after the cost of the venue and production and all that. So if it made $2.8 million, which again, I could be wrong about, but we're a little bit in gray area here.
Yeah, this is all allegedly, guys. We're not accountants. Fighters got 560K, 18 fighters. Then that 34%, 952K, made $1 million on the event, gave almost as much as you made to charity. In a weird way, I'm not the biggest fan of charities because I know that there's so much kind of like administrative costs that come along with charities. So when I give money to people, I like to just be like, hey, you need money. I'm going to give you 100% of it. And I know you get 100% and I know you're going to use it for this. I rather give money directly to kind of people that are around me in need as opposed to a corporation that I don't know their kind of overhead costs. There's a lot of charities that basically it's like 50 cents for every dollar actually goes to the cause. And I don't like that. Ordinary gamer asking the right question as well to see if the profit share, did it exist for the first 2 charity events? But Idubbbz responded, Brian. Anissa and I are no longer a part of Creator Clash. When I announced CC3 and its new business model, the communication wasn't clear. Now, new business model, maybe it's like there wasn't the profit share before, but let's be honest. Doesn't say there wasn't. Looking back on my video and the current reaction, it's obvious it was too vague. It remains true that I earned the fight purse for CC1 along with the other fighters, and we did not profit at all from CC2 after CC2 failed to raise any money for charity. We knew it was time for a different business model. We restructured so that funds for our charity partner would be raised on Tiltify separate and apart from the actual event, like what Brian does. Tiltify, right? That's what you use. You use the Tiltify.
It's crazy when you don't put the hands into their hands first to then go to the charity. It's crazy. You think they would have set that up originally, you know, when they're doing a charity event? Just to go
here's my bank wire details.
Yeah.
Here's my PayPal. We then decided that this year we would take a profit share from the for-profit side of the event.
Wait, what? And now there's a magical for-profit part? Oh.
So it's
How did you guys not know about our charity event that also has this? Oh, what's this over here? There's a for-profit side of this event. Oh, it's on my back pocket here. Oh, my wallet. Here it is.
It's strange. Maybe it's like, if you could clarify, because what if there was like, for example, merch or something? Maybe they have like a bunch of the creators' merch and they get a percentage of all the merch that's sold there, because that would be considered for a profit side of the event.
Yeah, the only thing you could say is you'd have an agreement with the merch company. When production costs are met, then everything after that profit-wise is then to the charity. So that's the only way you can use the word profit, is because the merch company has to meet its production cost, and then quote-unquote profits would be to the charity.
But that's very easy to just type out. You could just say, we take a profit share from the merch side of the event.
I'm not liking a lot of the wording that's being used, because they're tippy-toeing around stuff and trying not to say certain words, because they're treating you all like a bunch of idiots. Because if they say certain words, they're like, they know you might catch on to stuff, so they're trying to use words to kind of cover all the bases and hide as much stuff as possible.
But do you know what they say? Where there's smoke, there's fire, Brian. The event is just completely overshadowed between the drama of Idubbbz and H3H3. And then Nisa kind of, it kind of revolves around her a lot. I'm not going to lie. So she's like, hey, baby girl, I know you're so desperate for any crumbs from me. So here's a really big piece of fuck you. Like a millennial Karen.
I remember this now. I remember this next line is quite hilarious, actually.
We are not financially tied to this event. And even when we had it structured to protect us and the charity. You have no power over us. You are just an asshole.
You're an asshole when you have it set up to protect you, because you knew you'd need protection. Who thinks about protecting themselves when setting up a charity event? That's crazy.
Well, Sam Hyde has a solution.
The dude on the bottom right is fucking hilarious, bro. Like, he is so, like...
He's a character for sure.
I feel like I wake up sometimes looking like that.
Well, let's see what advice he has for Idubbbz.
That dude's had a total collapse since you guys had the warring documentaries. Like, he had a chance to bounce back when that happened, and he is further down the road than ever. I hear more about it from Harley, since we have him on pretty often, and he quit that boxing shit.
I would recommend that he finds God.
Idubbbz? That doesn't seem likely. He seems pretty all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that...
Yahweh.
No, Jesus Christ, not some weird shit.
The real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real one would be good right about now, okay, guys? Not the imaginary one.
There's no glow. God damn right! Say it louder, boy! Woo!
Oh, dude. Sam Hyde is a walking meme, bro. He's a walking meme. He's the guy that called out Hassan Piker. Do you remember that one?
I might remember it when you play it.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life. I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat like the ancient Irish did.
Well, that's your winner, Sam. Hey!
I love the fucking just Zan logo microphone next to just everything that was just said. That is the craziest thing ever said on DAZN.
You want to kill him in the ring? No, in real life. In real life. Murder.
So yeah, that's Sam Hyde. He was in, I think, Creator Clash 1, and then they didn't allow him in Creator Clash 2. What he was planning for Creator Clash 2, and probably why they didn't make profit, it's kind of a bad thing to say. He said he was planning to come dressed up as someone else, so they wouldn't know it was him, and he would sit in the crowd and then go into the ring. So after he said that, they like bumped up the security like a ton. They're like, we can't let this man in. So it's very possible that that's why they didn't make profit. They spent it all in security to keep Sam Hyde out. I wonder, was he happier? Look at him smiling, having a great time with his friend. And then here with Hassan, miserable. Looks like he's from the movie Split.
The movie Split.
You know that one?
That's a really good reference.
This is such a fucking pre-pandemic, post-pandemic fucking relatable post.
It's like me and Craig doing our videos together, and it cuts down to the apology video. Why do they always shave their head?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Next section, folks, we have Asmo Gold drama. Asmo Gold is actually, you know what? To edit someone out of this video, how awkward is it to edit the guy who's on the throne? He censored Asmo Gold, and he pretty much said why in the beginning. It's all down to the Palestine stance that Asmo Gold has. That's basically it. And it's got dislike bombed. 97k dislikes, 73 likes. I listened to the song. I was like, you know, it's all right. It's all right. It's not really my kind of thing, but it's all right. I see why, people would like it. But yeah, this is the Asmo Gold drama. Asmo Gold responded, I think, quite chill about it. I think we'll see.
This is why, and you guys may or may not notice this, right? But this is why I've moved a lot away from collabing and doing anything with anybody else, is because I know that obviously a lot of people don't want to be involved with the things that I do. And so to me, I don't view this as a bad thing, right? It's just the way it is. And so whether I have everybody agreeing with me or nobody agreeing with me, that doesn't change the fact of the way that I feel, right? And it's not gonna make me feel like I'm a bad person or upset or anything like that. So does that make sense? Tacton is the back. Well, no, you aren't fully censored. I can see your ass in the background. Well, maybe, right? I don't know if that's really me or not. No. I wish that was my hairline. Dude, Wake's hair is... No, that's Wake. Wake has way better hair than I do. And, no, definitely not. And, do you think censoring you is going to highlight it and make a bigger deal out of it if they just left it alone? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's up to them. They're going to do the video however they want.
I think so.
You think censoring made it worse, almost?
I think so, yeah. If you take that entire lineup of people in there, do you think everyone's going to align politically the same? No, the beauty of the world is we all have different opinions on stuff. And now this is where Brian should use initiative. What exactly did he say that caused this reaction?
Basically talking about, there it is, inferior culture.
I think he shouldn't have used the word culture there.
Brian, just stop talking, Brian, stop talking, Brian, stop talking.
No. I think it's talking I think what he's trying to say is they're from a third world country of economically, and they're not used to modern futuristic society.
No, he was kind of going in. He was saying the whole damn shebang, bro. He was like, it's all inferior. But that was basically it. That's what bothered him, I think, because that was the biggest drama with the whole Palestinian conflict. So he used to be a fan of Asmo Gold. To go from this in February to just over a year later censoring him in a music video is crazy. It's crazy pivot, dude. Crazy pivot.
I feel like I'm gonna watch more clips and I'm gonna be like, actually, do you know what? They were right to edit them out.
This one might cause you to think that.
Why would I don't wear deodorant. The last time I wore deodorant is whenever I thought I could wear Axe body spray and girls would like me. I was like 14. I don't wear fucking deodorant. You know why? You know why I don't need deodorant? Because no, I don't need it because I'm not fat. Fat people need deodorant because they smell bad because all the Cheetos are coming through their skin. No, absolutely not. You got the grease going through. That doesn't happen with me. That's not like me at all, bro.
Man.
I can only imagine what his breath smells like.
Hassan reacts. Oh, here we go. Hassan reacts to Asmo Gold, saying Twitch should ban politics to optimize ad revenue.
Oh, I said this to Lene.
What did she say?
Two of us completely agree. She agreed with me straight away, saying that there needs to be a new section on Twitch where it's not just chatting, it's politics.
And you can't have ads.
And the ads don't touch it. You have people on just chatting that are doing stuff that's going to cause an apocalypse and affect people playing fucking Barbie's Dream House and Animal Crossing. How is it fair? So you put them in their own section where the companies don't have any concern that their ads are going on something that's talking about these topics. Like, it's the most easiest fix.
Media don't know who the fuck Asmo Gold is. Don't know who the fuck Tectone is. Don't know who the fuck Rogan is. Denims is. Central Committee is. They barely know who the fuck I am. Okay? And the ones who know who the fuck I am in mainstream media obviously understand that, like, I'm a controversial figure, but ultimately a force for good, a force for progressive politics. We are lucky that mainstream media does not know who the fuck Asmo Gold is. If I wanted to destroy Twitter, I would literally go to every single one of my journalist friends and be like, hey.
Bro, how fucking establishment is this, dude? This is status quo, establishment, elitist, privileged as it fucking gets. He plays like such like a fucking victim but savior at the same time, and then acts like he's not insanely privileged and but then just flaunts he's privileged like it's nothing. It's bonkers. He's an oxymoron. I'm okay with progress, guys. I think society needs the progress. I'm okay with conserving certain things. I just don't think Hassan or Asmo Gold should be the face of either of those things. And I think Hassan is trying to be the face of it. And I think Asmo Gold doesn't really give a fucking shit. And he just says whatever he kind of speaks his mind, and that's it.
Cover how Twitch is allowing Asmo Gold to run rampant, to run his fucking all up and down the goddamn platform, saying the most insane shit. But I'm not like Asmo Gold. I don't want this fucking platform to perish because I'm selfish. Okay?
Okay, this is such a stupid argument, because this is something like he's basically saying like the whole adpocalypse. He doesn't want that to happen to Twitch. Why did the adpocalypse happen on YouTube? It wasn't some right-wing stuff. It was left-wing people upset at PewDiePie. It was the Wall Street Journal that started the adpocalypse, and that's a notoriously left-wing news organization. So, like, he's attached to a movement that basically doesn't really care too much about the morals behind cancel culture and using, like, companies withdrawing, boycotting, that kind of stuff. It's like the left uses that all the time, and so does the right. But it's wrong when the right does it, and it's right when the left does it. And I think that's why I fucking hate politics.
Most people don't know who the fuck Asmo Gold is. Thank God. Okay? But he's aligned with people who are actively trying to send tens of thousands of emails to the likes of like CNN, NBC, MSNBC, who are working, Dan Stalkman is the guy I'm talking about, who are working in unison with the Anti-Defamation League, also known as the Apartheid Defense League, to try and get all fucking advertisers to remove ads from the platform. Why? Because I'm still on the fucking platform. They are actively trying to make this a PR issue while simultaneously turning around and being like, we should ban politics, actually. It's just a real PR issue.
I wouldn't ban it, but yeah, I agree with what you think, Brian.
So he doesn't agree with that then?
Yeah, obviously, because that's his thing.
Yeah, because like, that's how he makes his money.
If I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't completely remove ads from political content. I think you should have a politics section, like you said, and then basically when advertisers come on and they throw their money at Amazon, they're saying, we're okay or we're not okay with our ads being on the political section of Twitch. Let the companies decide, not Asmo Gold, not Hassan. Let the companies that are using their money decide where their money goes, and that's it. Capitalism, sure, but fuck it. It's not going away anytime soon, guys, okay? More news, Brian. Asmo Gold has decided to move to Twitch. He's gonna multi-stream on Kick. He got no sign-on fee, and there's like some partnership program where if you have 50 viewers, you get $10 an hour, and if you have 1,000 viewers, you get $100 an hour. Those numbers seem low, guys, but I'll tell you what, those are not easy to get on Kick. Those are not.
No.
Those are not easy to get on Kick, okay? Yeah, good luck. I fell from my ceiling and reincarnated as a hero with a cheat skill, and now I have to save the Roach Kingdom. All the harem of women are roaches. This is so stupid. Next section. Thank God that's over. Top Twitch streamers for 2025 revealed. And look at that. Number 1, Brian Michael Handy. See it right there.
Thank you, thank you. God damn it, how many of these are VTubers? Damn, man, Japan is fucking huge.
Yeah.
No wonder the VTuber thing is like creeping over. Americans are seeing how big it is in Japan. They're like, oh, this seems to work well. My lord. And look at how many of them in the top 10 are just all cartoons.
Yeah, it's not even real women anymore.
My God.
Yeah. Minecraft YouTuber PopularMMO's arrest footage released.
Let's see what's some of these. I can't hear you, man. I had a lot of silver left, sir. You had a lot of what? See some girls. Be annoying. Well, what's your name? Pat. Pat? What's your last name, Mr. Pat? Julianelle. Can you spell that for me?
Better known as Pat, 35-year-old Patrick Thomas Julianelle is the creator behind the massively successful YouTube channel PopularMMO's. His backpack.
I'm gonna glove up before I start touching a ton of homie is messed up. Bruh. That's why I asked. I knew. I knew. He spelled his own last name wrong. What's his name? Patrick Julianelle.
Place Pat under arrest, but they're about to learn that Pat has no intention of making it easy.
All right, step out real quick. We're just gonna place you in handcuffs. Yes, sir. All right, turn around real quick. Yep. Just put your arms like you're praying. Look at what? Like you're praying. Yeah, this hand like palm stuff. We're not doing this. All right. Kill 261, fighting one. Kill 261, fighting one. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. I said we're good already. I said we're good. Why you not? I said we're good already. Why you keep stop? Why do you keep saying stop when I said good?
That was a jarring fucking transition right there. All right.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
You watched the whole thing? How long was that?
It's a while. It's a while going through the whole thing of him being the woman ringing up, finding him asleep on the street. She rang up the cops, and then they came out. And the sergeant comes out after they're talking to him. The sergeant comes out. They know him. He has previous's, and they refer to him as YouTube boy. They go, hey, Sarge, remember this guy? It's YouTube boy. And it was kind of like, what's wrong with YouTube? You know, I was kind of like, what the fuck's wrong? Well, that's supposed to mean.
Brian took that shit personally.
Minecraft's a fucking, that's a grind, man.
It's a great way to make a living, I will say.
How dare you?
Great game.
Yeah, so there's a lot of confusion with the cops where they find, they're talking about he lives on a street. They say, where do you live? And he says, well, and they figure out what he's saying. And they're like, damn, that's like a really wealthy street. Like this guy's like in a t-shirt, a little overweight, in shorts, asleep on the street.
He's fucked up. Yeah.
And they're like, he lives on that street? That's like, each house is like $2 million minimum. And they're kind of confused. But the really sad part is, because I think there's something has gone really wrong with him. I don't know, financially he's made some bad YouTuber mistakes with buying luxury things, and then money begins to run a bit dry because you don't have a fixed income. It's, you know, some people I think get too much money and then they lose the drive.
They kind of think it lasts forever.
To keep making. And so this guy basically, when it goes to court, he wasn't able to have his own lawyer. He had to go with a public defender because financially wasn't able to get his own attorney.
How jarring is that to anyone's mental health if they reach the peak of life? You know, and money and fame and everything, and then you just find yourself through 1,000 cuts blasted on the side of a street.
Hissing it away, basically.
Something that you might not like to think about, Brian, is the Zelda movie, and a lot of drama here. Transgender Hunter Schafer is rumored to be eyed for Princess Zelda role in the new Legend of Zelda film. His wokeness ruled Hollywood. Fucking hell, where'd you get that line from? AI, a drama alert? The fuck? Come on, let's relax. Simmer down a bit. What are your thoughts, Brian?
I don't really care.
But you do care about Zelda, though.
I do, yeah, Zelda, but like Zelda's not like Zelda has a very like different forms, kind of like the chic aspect.
Yeah, there's chic,
there's kind of like a male and female kind of like where she's very princessy. There is the feminine one, but when she's chic, there's also that kind of masculine thing. So like, I'm like, it could still kind of work.
Does the transgender thing make more sense because of that?
I don't look at Zelda thinking, oh man, this is ruining my boner. Like I'm not like, it's not a sexual thing to me. Like I want the world and the story to be done good.
I can't fuck the actress. Alright, I'm not watching the movie.
You're ruining my boner.
I would say they kind of have the elf thing
the
going.
Same ears,
though.
like
they have the elf thing going, dude.
Like with the Last of Us, people losing their shit over like the girl not looking like, you know, the video game character.
Yeah, and now they do look like the character, and people are upset.
And there's another thing to just get mad about.
Because of the transgender aspect of things. Look at the side by side. It's like,
it looks pretty goddamn close. Look, I don't really care as long as the movie is good and they do it well. I don't really care. In Lord of the Rings, there was one of the elf kings was very feminine.
This guy on the left?
Yeah, and you're kind of like, he's kind of hot. Like,
next news section, what the fuck? So anyways, look, Brian, Tinder's implementing a height filter for users. So it's a good thing you're off the market.
Yeah, I don't know if it goes that low to 4'11" or whatever it is.
And then obviously Twitter is like, where's the weight filter?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? You know what? Yeah, why not? Why not? Throw it all in there. The more information, the better, guys. Theo Von incident follow-up.
This is a weird one. So this is the guy who gets pushed, and he gives a little bit of a different perspective of what happened.
The other side of the coin.
But at the same time, I still think he's wrong.
Let me tell you what actually happened. So I'm not just a random fan. I live in Nashville. I play music full-time. That's me. All of this happened on May 2nd. You can see right there. Which also happened to be my birthday. I had my gigs from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. My friends brought me cake. They brought me balloons.
Not that that's relevant, but I think he's gay.
So when Theo walked in, he didn't have any security with him. So people were walking up to him, talking to him, taking photos. I finished my show. This was like 10:18. Nobody in my party had talked to him yet, not even me. We thought it would be a funny video idea to get him and me popping my birthday balloons together because he's a comedian. I was trying to be courteous because he was talking to somebody at the moment. So in this next video, you can actually hear me say, I don't want to interrupt their conversation.
Maybe he's not gay, but that girl was going in to kiss him.
Everybody was all just standing around, having fun, having a good time. Nobody was bothering anybody. I mean, I'll show you the full video. That's the guy I was waiting for, who I didn't want to interrupt. This is where the video that you've seen starts. I went up and I said, will you pop some balloons with me? He turned away and looked like I said something offensive. I leaned in and said, hey man, I'm a fan, I'm just messing with you. He turned back around and then aggressively got in my face right there. I was confused, so you can see me lean in and say, what? And that's when he grabbed my throat and shoved me back. What happened was a completely uncalled for reaction.
You know, I agree. He didn't need it, but...
He didn't need to grab him by the throat.
Yeah, like that's just a fact.
Nobody in my party had been badgering him for hours. We hadn't even talked to him. This was a 14-second interaction, and that was it. As an entertainer in downtown Nashville, I get being overwhelmed by crowds and people coming up to you all the time. At the end of my shift, at least I don't think you really compare to Theo Von. You know, I feel for Theo where he probably can't get away from that a lot more easily than I can.
Well, there you go.
Surgery. I was 1 week back from recovery. This could have ended my career, but luckily there was no damage to my vocal cords or neck. I'm not trying to get any sympathy or anything out of this. I just want people to know that, you know, the celebrities that you see on camera, can be completely different people in real life. You don't know. Thank you for listening to the truth.
Why did you think he was wrong?
It just seemed a little like, why did you need to go up to him and then like, it's kind of like I'm right and wrong in my viewpoint, I think, on him. Like, Theo should not have put his hands on him and done that. I don't know why maybe Theo just didn't like his music or something, or just didn't want, I don't know, just didn't want anything to do with the guy. But he seemed like a bit of an attention seeker. Maybe throughout the night you've seen like this guy was like going around, everyone look at me, and you're like, oh god. And then seeing him coming up to try to talk to you, you're probably like, oh, go away. Maybe that's what happened before, where Theo was noticing this guy look for attention and didn't want anything to do with him. Maybe. Shouldn't have done what he did in terms of hands wise.
Well, he's definitely straight. I was wrong. Why was my gate arrow?
Yeah, you can't get it right all the time.
He's the. Oh, wait a second. He's straight, but he gets. It was just a little funky. The signals weren't correct. They weren't clear enough. It's another guy that gets.
He's gonna do a video on you saying, "Hey, I don't get." You kind of have to understand they have the right to say no. In this case, he could have just said no.
He did say no, though. When someone walks up to you and you lock communication, and then that other person completely turns around, they don't have to verbally say, no, leave me alone. They've already made it clear, like, I've seen you and now I don't want to see you. It's like...
Yeah. It's kind of insisting on like, no, I want this to happen. It's my birthday.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna get this balloon idea joke because it's my birthday. I'm getting this balloon idea joke.
And this would be great on my social media. This would be great on my social media. He's very much social media press. You can see his Instagram. He's very social media. I can't defend the hand on the throat thing. Shouldn't have done that.
Nobody is.
Shouldn't have done that. But I think the guy was really insistent selfishly to get what he wanted.
And a little bit of a wrong place, wrong time. EA cancelled their Black Panther game. That's crazy, dude.
I didn't even know they were making one.
And I think it's racist. They wouldn't cancel a white game, would they? EA has cancelled Black Panther, announced they have closed Cliffhanger Studios. Yes, the very same team that employed... Okay. Apparently they're racist. Dev Danny Ladlanders, the person in the video below, imagine my shock. Okay, let's see.
Right now, for Validate, it's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games.
Oh, is this woke left black community?
Who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment.
Why people are unsafe.
And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me. And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something may be okay, but it's really a microaggression.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that the same as you people? That's just a different way of saying you people. They.
I can't imagine why Black Panther wasn't made.
Yeah, DEI hire.
No, that's it. That's all we need. That's all we need.
Okay.
New video game coming out, Brian. 100 men versus 1 gorilla.
Fucking amazing.
I hope I get to play as the gorilla.
Amazing.
I'll tell you what. You know who made this? A white man.
And it's gonna sell more than fucking Black Panther
with 21 people.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Oh shit, dude.
Elden Ring Night Rain seals 2 million copies in a day, and Brian has played the game and loves it.
It seals it.
Yeah, good job, Jim.
2 million.
All the way to the bank. Sold 2 million copies in less than 24 hours. Elden Ring Night Rain. It looks like when you get a solo game, you make a multiplayer, those people want to play with their friends. Thoughts on your experience?
It's very mid. And I don't use that often. Very mid. It's okay. Like, you need to really understand Elden Ring and all the stuff. I have to play it a lot for me to remember stuff and get back into the mechanics and the fighting mechanics. But we felt very lost. We landed in, where are we? What are we doing? But still, it's kind of good seeing games that make solo games trying to realize that people actually want to play games together. And so that's a positive thing. But for From Software, I think it's a very mid.
Overpriced.
Feels like a DLC for Elden Ring, not a game that I can't believe I had to spend $40 for this thing. And then I was like, oh, I actually might refund this because I don't think I'm going to play a lot of it.
I will say, for $40, you can get a Nogla
eye popper and mug. Link in the top of the description. Pinned comment. It's actually $39.99, guys, and one of them signed.
Next, we've got the new GoldenEye 007 First Light has been announced. I just realized, Brian, you are streaming. I'm going to try and stream too, guys. I actually have sub goals now. Want to hear my sub goals, Brian?
Sure, go ahead.
He doesn't. So, yeah, anyway, he does it one day. Brian is now disconnected as well. Oh, hey, Brian. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Where'd you go?
Oh, you kicked me.
I did not fucking kick you.
I
did not kick you, and I prove I didn't kick you. What did you say?
I was basically saying, you've said this before, you're going to stream for the 10th time. You said you're going to stream, and then you lose interest after like 2 weeks. So we'll see how long this lasts.
We will, actually. We will. 007 new game, that'll be cool.
And by the way, he comes to me for advice on streaming. I gave him...
Not anymore, because you just insult me. Just insult me.
That's a lot. Excuse me. Don't you dare even try. I gave you... What did I say? Struggle with talking with your viewers. So I said do 2 to 3 hours. Did it again. You did it again. All right, and the news. Man can give, but he can't take. Unbelievable.
Ubisoft. Oh, here we go. Rainbow Six Siege. It's okay to take the mask off. Strength and vulnerability are not mutually exclusive. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. We'd like to encourage you to reach out to your friends, ask them how they're doing, pick up a game together, look out for one another. You matter. That's fucking wholesome as shit from Ubisoft. In Pride Month, no less, Brian.
Oh, it's not nice.
In Pride Month, no rainbow flag and talking about men's mental health.
I'll talk to Nogla about my mental health, and then he'll mute me and drag me into another car, whatever the fuck he's been doing. I still don't know what he's doing.
Bro, the slander. The fucking slander is crazy from you right now. We still have the FYP section. So Overwatch did a post about, Pride Month, and then someone ratioed the shit out of him and said, you guys enable people to assault me and other LGBT people at the company, then tried to ruin our lives by running the HR, claiming we were responsible for getting assaulted, then hijacked the initiatives we created so you could try and save face while we were suing you. And this just goes along with Brian's theory of companies just pretending to care about LGBT but not actually caring. Also, on the first day of Pride, Jojo Siwa is no longer gay, so that came out on the first day of Pride. So big hit for the LGBT community right there. Big hit.
We lost one of our stars.
Apparently Oreos are now Catholic. Yeah, apparently. Explains why I love them. Sydney Sweeney is selling bars of soap that contain her bathwater, and the internet knows that Belle Delphine did it first.
If you buy that soap, you're such a fucking degenerate. Jesus Christ. Do you not think when women do things like that?
Yeah. Do you think it makes the world... I get disconnected again. I love this. This is my favorite section ever. Oh, very good.
I don't know. I don't think it's good for...
Hi, how are you?
I don't know.
You're back. I'm going to assume what you said is that it basically causes...
One sec. Can you show me again? Fucking change my name from coworker right fucking now.
I changed it when Marcel made that joke and I never changed it back.
Fucking change it right now.
Okay, what do we got? How do we do that?
I'll change mine to Asmo Gold's cousin.
Yeah, actually, that's what you should do. You should double down, Brian. Make me Asmo Gold's cousin. I don't know how to change it right now, but I made it that after Marcel did the podcast clip and we were on a call together and I goes, I'm going to make you the co-worker on Discord now, Brian. And you were like, haha, Douglas making a joke.
Yeah, haha, didn't think you'd actually do it.
2 months later. So if I was able to read your mind, Brian, I think your point boils down to Women that objectify their body encourage more misogyny because men then view women through the lens of what they can physically offer and not what they can offer through skill and mental contributions
that
to
most
society.
women are always
physical
women are
body
fighting
stuff
for, and they're
solely.
saying, why don't we treat it like this and treat it like this? And then you have other women that are just like, here's my titties, here's my bathwater,
buy my soap,
buy my soap.
Jackie Chan, what's going on with Jackie Chan?
My
This
father,
is
that's
hella
my mom, that's
interesting.
me. I cannot remember how old I am at that time. My father was a very handsome guy, and also my father was a spy. Yeah, when I was 40 something, then I know my father's secret.
Wow.
One day I was driving a car, my father suddenly said, "Son, I'm old. I might sleep and never wake up. I have a secret to tell you. You are not Chan, not Jackie Chan. Your original name is a Fong." You can find out on the internet. Very interesting story.
Vanoss Gaming is related to Jackie Chan, Jackie Fong, but it's Fang, F-A-N-G, but pronounced Fang.
Well, maybe he was still in spy mode and it's actually Fong.
Yeah, and then they came over to Canada.
Put Evan next to this editor, and I'm just saying, you know, Jackie Chan's father could have been doing some spying in Canada, in Toronto, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Good one, Nogla. I don't know where you got that one from.
And that's it. Thank you very much, folks, for all of your support. We're going to thank some people on Patreon. We want to thank Punkcake, ironically, Razor, and I'll go to another letter. We'll thank Sully. Appreciate your support, guys, on the Patreon. And actually, you know what? Please support Brian's stream so he can buy a new computer. We hope you enjoy.
Right there, hit the end of the video. Like, subscribe, and all the good stuff. The end.